Big Mike's back with Hayes Entertainment here. Today's episode, we got Brennan Othmann of the Flint Firebirds.
If you like what we're doing, you hit the subscribe button. Shouts out to the sponsors.
Hi, I'm Brennan Othmann. I'm from Pickering, Ontario, and this is Greatness Podcast.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. Only Touch Greatness Podcast.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. Roll it up and fire it up.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Right in front of the net, they score! Brennan Othmann wins it for the Dun.
This is I Only Touch Greatness Podcast with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. We are going live.
We're just going to ask you a bunch of questions about hockey, obviously. What made you get into hockey in the first place, and did you play any other sports?
My dad played professional in the professional league in Switzerland, so he kind of got me into hockey, kind of got me started. I played lacrosse up to I was about 10, 11 years old, and then I either had to make a decision to play lacrosse or hockey. So obviously I picked hockey, and those were two of my big sports that I like to play and enjoy playing. But I think taking hockey was the right route.
Every great Canadian kid loves to play those two sports. I played them myself, and I made the wrong decision. I took the lacrosse route.
Yeah, and then I dominated the hockey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Beer league champion.
Yeah,
beer league champion. Awesome.
I was actually going to say, I saw some notes that your uncle and your dad obviously played professional hockey in Europe. That must have helped you along the way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're still giving me advice now to this day, and my uncle's got a coaching job over there now, so he's coaching in, I think, the B or C league over there. So pretty good coaching job he's got over there, and my dad's got coaching jobs here that he's doing. So yeah, I've just taken advice from them as much as I can get. So it's been pretty special to have those two guys being able to teach me, some of the ropes that I need to have when I'm playing hockey.
Awesome. Do you have any nicknames, and why do you wear 78?
I'm a little bit superstitious. I never usually tell anyone why I wear 78, but I don't know. That's just me, and I think I've always heard my dad say that to other parents and other kids whenever he gets asked. So I think I just started to do that and follow them. There's a bunch of scenarios that you can go through to reason why I wear it. But yeah, I mean, 78 is just a special number to me, and I've always had it even in lacrosse, and it's been awesome to wear.
Yeah, definitely a unique number. I like that.
Yeah, not many players wear it, so it's pretty special.
Obviously, your last season in minor midget, you lit it up with 146 points in 72 games. What contributed to you having such a dynamite season? And obviously, you scored the overtime winner in the 2019 OHL Cup. That's a pretty big achievement on itself. Yeah,
it was huge. It's a huge accomplishment for my Don Mills team that I was a part of, and we had some special players on that team that all of them are gonna have bright futures playing junior or playing in the NHL one day. And I have to honestly give credit to my teammates that I was playing with from top to bottom. I mean, always trying to find me the pucks, always bearing them when I was giving it to them. So I know it sounds a little cliche a little bit, but you really have to thank your teammates on that team for getting me to where I am. And they're always pushing me. I'm always pushing them to be the best that they can be. And scoring that goal was something real special. I mean, Clarkie gave it to Shaner gave it to me. I mean, I'm always going to remember that. It's going to be in the back of my head forever. And just two special players made great plays, and I just ended up bearing it, and it was just an awesome feeling overall.
We just watched that highlight a couple minutes ago. It was pretty good. We're going to try and drop that in the video for you.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Drafted second overall, obviously, to the Flint Firebirds. Describe the feeling and bring me back to that day.
It's still an unbelievable day for my family and myself. I mean, getting drafted by the Birds is something really special. I mean, it's honestly top notch, and When players hear the Flint Firebirds, they always think of, the water crisis that they had, or maybe it's not the best city to go play in. But honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I play for Flint. It's it's a top-notch organization. I mean, we're doing some nice rink renovations this upcoming season for next season, and it looks really good. And they've really improved, and they're really developing into such a top-notch organization. And facilities are unbelievable, and I honestly love playing there. A lot of great guys coming out there so far over the years, and some great players will come over there over the course of the next couple of years.
Absolutely, you can bet on that. And one of our obviously Canuck rookies, Ethan Keppin's from there. So yeah, we're a big fan of you guys. Definitely a big fan of Firebirds.
That's awesome. Love that. Love it.
Hey, do you have a favorite sports hero?
I don't. Favorite sports hero? No, I don't.
Okay.
What was the biggest adjustments moving up to the OHL?
Biggest adjustment. I think the overall aspect of playing the OHL is such a big adjustment. I think the size difference and the age difference is a lot going in as a 16-year-old. Very young guy. You still got a little bit of a baby face on you, and you're sitting next to a guy that's 20 years old. He's got a big beard and everything. He's got a girlfriend and all that stuff. And yeah, you're sitting there and it's like, wow, I'm playing with men now, playing with big boys, and you gotta step it up and you gotta play well. And I think the overall aspect of the size difference and the attention to detail as the season went on, my attention to detail personally was got really good and got really well. Yeah, and just I think the overall aspect of just the size difference and the competitiveness is really different from minor hockey.
Do you have a favorite sports movie?
I like Moneyball.
Yeah.
Moneyball and obviously Miracle. Just two great sports movies overall.
Take me back to your first OHL goal. Do you remember it, and do you still have the puck?
I do. It's actually in my room on my desk. We're playing Saginaw. My second game of the year. We just lost to Sioux actually the day before that, and yeah, we're playing Saginaw. It was late in the third period, and I think it was a 2-1 tie, or I think we were up by one goal, and it was 2-1 with I think about 4 minutes left. And Holmesy's playing in Quebec right now for the Ramparts. He chipped the puck in, and Vierling's playing on Barrie now. Those two good hockey players, and V just made a great pass out front, and I kind of just was sneaking a little bit back door and put it up over Lennox's shoulder a little bit. So it was a great pass by V and a good finish.
You had a great season last season, putting up 33 points in 55 games. What made you have such a great season, and how do you look to build on that?
I think just continuing the same confidence level as I had towards the end of the season. Confidence level, always at the start, mid-season is kind of up and down just because you're playing with the older guys, like I said, and the size difference. But once you get to the end of the season and you see the last couple of games come up, going to the playoffs, your confidence starts to go up. You start to carry it a little bit more. You start to control the play. And I think going into next season, I think that I'm going to carry that confidence in and, start off with the high confidence right away and be prepared to, control the play and, take my game to the next level. And, hopefully the NHL scouts get to see that, and hopefully get picked next year.
Yeah, congrats on the first all rookie team as well. It's a big accomplishment. Thank
you very much. Thank you. Appreciate
that. Who do you mirror your game after or try and play like?
That's a couple tough ones there. I've gotten lots. My coach has said, my coach told me I play like Corey Perry in his prime a little bit. Like good goal scorer, guy can hit hard mixed up with the other guys. I've said in the past in minor midget when everyone's your own age, I play like a little bit of Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
Played like that in minor midget a little bit. That changes as soon as you get to the OHL though a little bit. A little bit of him. Lots of my friends have told me Elias Pettersson there in Vancouver.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, there it is there. Yeah. Good one-timer, good skill guy that can, really control the play and, make different moves, has good hands, nice passing. A couple of my buddies told me that. So I'd say I got 3 or 4 that people have told me. So there's a couple there.
That's not a bad thing.
And you know, Pete's
No,
pretty
no.
good at coming back on the defense and playing defense as well.
Exactly. Yeah, he's good. Blocks a couple shots too. So that's always good to have.
Pre-game meals or rituals? You told us one of them a little bit.
Yeah, pregame meal. Usually, everyone's go-to chicken and pasta. Maybe a little bit of fruit on the side, depending on how I'm feeling. Maybe some apples on the side, grapes. Pre-game rituals. I'm a big ritual guy. I've got so many, and it's crazy how many I get. To be honest with you, I got always have to tape my stick up on the bench. I do my knob every 3 to 4 games. Got to change out the knob so it's fresh, and got to make sure. I got a little thing with my trainer. Started in minor hockey with always got to have a white Gatorade before the game. So my trainer in Flint, I've told him, and before every game, it's always there's waiting in my stall. So I got that there, and it's a little ritual I have, and a little bit of superstition. Don't want to change anything up, and try to go in the same way that you come into. Try to warm up the same way. Try to do the same stuff each and every day. When you have a good game, if you don't have a good game, mix up the tapes. Stay with the tapes. But yeah, I've got about 8 to 10 that I do before every game. It's honestly pretty crazy, to be honest with you.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Black or white stick tape?
Black.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Black for now.
Yeah, one of our weirdest rituals we've ever had. I believe it was Connor Geeky. He wears his shin pads on opposite, so his left on his right, his right on his left. Yeah.
Really? I've actually never. That's pretty neat. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You wore the maple leaf for the U17 and got named to the U18s. What's it like throwing that jersey on and representing your country?
Yeah, again, that's such a surreal moment. Just putting on a Canadian jersey for the first time is unbelievable. And I remember the first game we played. I mean, it was an exhibition game against Finland, and just sitting there in the room, and you could see everyone on your team wearing all the black and got the Canadian logo, and you got the Canadian logo on the ground, and you got the signs everywhere. It's like, what? Wow. Like, this is pretty surreal. I mean, everyone's got goosebumps. Everyone's huddling up before the game, getting ready to go. And like I said, it was only an exhibition game, but it was such a cool moment for everyone. And I think it was the first time we've ever played against a different country team, and playing Finland again. Just saying, we had a game against Finland. It's something really cool, and wearing that logo is something really special, and no kid should take for granted. And U18 camp again was something I really learned a lot from. Again, it was only virtual, but they still teach you a lot of things with offensive stuff, defensive stuff, sleep habits, eating habits. So it's always something good to have in your back pocket and know that you should do properly.
Do you have a favorite road barn?
Road barn. There's a few that I like, a few that I dislike. But
Hear both of those.
Both of those. I think the one that I dislike could be my least favorite, I would say, is maybe Saginaw, just because it's our rival, right? And we got the fans from both teams there, which is great. But you always go in there and you want to beat them. You want to own their barn, basically. And I think that's my least favorite one. My favorite one, you got to be Kitchener or London, right? I mean, everyone says that, but it's true. It's people's favorite barn. I mean, seats are great. Fans are loud every time. The boards are great. It's such a great rink to play in and play against those two great teams. And yeah, for sure, those are my favorite rinks.
Yeah, I guess with Saginaw too, you got to see Perfetti selling once in a while. No one wants to see that.
No, yeah, he's pretty good. So you don't want to see that a couple of times when you're sitting on the bench or coming down the wing and he pops in a goal. So yeah, he's not bad.
What's your go-to Sellie?
I don't know. I've had a couple good ones, a couple bad ones. I like the bow and arrow one when it comes to it. It depends on the game. Maybe just a good stick in the air, hands in the air. You score one close to the boards, maybe you jump in the glass, but I'd say definitely bow and arrow or just put your hands up in the air is two good ones.
What music do you listen to before the game?
I'm not a big music guy before the game anymore. I used to be in minor hockey, and then once it got into the OHL, you can find out all the boys play the same songs. So
Yeah.
all the older guys, we have a big flat screen TV in our room with Bluetooth speakers, so it's actually really nice. And we usually have 2 or 3 guys that control the music before the game, and it's the same songs you listen to when you were a kid in minor hockey. But yeah, listen to those, and before the game, actually, maybe sometimes I listen to country on the way to the rink just to get my mind off hockey a little bit, just to focus on the song a little bit more.
Good choice. Everyone loves their country music.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my next question too. Is who's Flint Firebirds DJ, or who's the pump up guy in the dressing room?
Pump up guy. We had a bunch last year. Jack Phibbs. He was in OA last year. He usually controlled the music. Jack Wismer, Cody Morgan controlled the music a little bit too. But a couple of the goalies controlled it. So I think everyone overall was a couple of good pump up guys that we had that were, some jokesters we had too. So it was pretty good laughing group of guys that we had.
Hey, what challenges did you come across in getting to where you are today?
I've actually never been asked. That's a good one. I think the biggest challenge I've come across, my family's come across, is we had to move from Whitby, where we lived, and not many people know this about us, but we lived in Whitby, and at the time Whitby wouldn't release us to go play in the GTHL for Don Mills, and I didn't feel comfortable playing in the OHA, and I didn't think that the OHA had the best competition, and my family, they got up and they moved for me, and really thankful for them. And now I'm living in a beautiful house here in Pickering too. So moved from Whitby to Pickering to play hockey and the GTHL, and I think it was a good and bad decision at the same time. And the good decision being where I am today, and just facing that challenge of making that quick decision and being able to overcome that fear of moving into a different house, that fear of moving into a different team and organization. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges me and my family have to face.
Absolutely. I went to Lacrosse Nationals down in Whitby, so I played at Iroquois Park Sports Center, or whatever it's called. It's a pretty crazy venue. How many rinks? There's 7 or 8 there.
Yeah. At Iroquois, there was about 6 rinks there, and I played lacrosse there. I played lacrosse for Whitby, even though I moved to Pickering. But there's 6 rinks, and they got 1 outside, so it's a really crazy facility there, to be honest with you.
It is. If a GM or scout were to ask, what does Brennan bring to the table?
Scoring. I think I can really put the puck in the back of the net. A guy that has lots of speed. Maybe I'd say a little bit of an offensive threat, and like to control the play on the offensive zone. When the puck's on my stick, I always like to find the open teammate, get a shot on net. I really think I can bring scoring mentality to the team, and hopefully the scouts can see that next year, that I can bring a couple goals to their organization in the future, and like I said, be an offensive threat in the O zone and even in the D zone, attention to detail, blocking shots, and that stuff too. But again, O zone for me, offensive guy.
Yeah, I can see that definitely with all the highlights I've seen. You're definitely the old guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you preparing yourself as a top prospect in the draft, and have you spoken to many teams?
I'm just preparing, working out, same old right now, same routine I have, all season routine, basically working out, skating, school, eating, gaining weight, big thing, gaining weight for me, getting taller, that comes along too, obviously, with working out and sleeping. And, but yeah, I've been really looking forward to the season, wish the season can start today. And I think I'm ready to go and play the game if we really wanted to. And, I'm just really thankful for, it's kind of been a blessing, the COVID too, so a little bit too, just, being able to come home a couple months earlier and start working out for next season. And these extra couple months I've had, sure, it's been, kind of terrible that we've been home for this long, and, guys want to get back to the season, and heck, I even want to get started right now. But, at the same time, it's been good too, to get put on some more muscle and some more size. And, going to your question about talking to teams, I've talked to talked to a few, but not very many right now. I've talked to about three or four.
Okay. Have the OHL decided a date yet to come back? I should probably know this. I know the WHL has, but has the OHL?
And the Q's been put on hold.
Yeah, the Q has put on hold. I have a couple buddies that I played for, like you said, Team Canada with in the Q, and a couple teams have been put on hold, and guys are basically just going to school, which sucks for them. But I mean, but yeah, they've been put on hold. A couple guys have been playing. You know, I know LaRue's been playing. Wynot's been playing. You know, those are some of the guys that I think you guys talked to that they were telling me about, and yeah, they've been playing. Yeah, so the O, I don't know. We've got December 1st right now, but supposed to report to camp on November 12th or 13th. So honestly, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm a little bit of in the dark like everyone else, but I think the GMs this weekend are having a meeting to see what's going on. So hopefully, you know, we can start on the 1st, but the borders were just closed again, and doesn't look good right now. I'd say.
Yeah, West they're doing like an all BC division for the dub.
That's what they're doing out here. They're doing like a BC division and then like a Alberta division, and yeah, they're splitting it all up.
Would you consider a bubble?
Yeah, I would. At this point, I would. I mean, they've got some great facilities around the league. Like I said, London, Kitchener, some teams in the East have great facilities as well. And honestly, the rinks can hold the capacity. And the only thing is that we need the fans to play, and we love the fans having the fans out there. And I think that's what we're going to really miss this upcoming season, is having the fans out there if we're not allowed any. And honestly, I honestly would do a bubble. I'm completely up for anything right now. And yeah, exactly. Just want to play. And again, you know, it's out of my hands. And if it were up to me, I'd play right now. Wouldn't care who anyone would say about it, but I would play right now. And again, it's up to the OHL commission and the Ontario board.
Hey, Brennan, I just can't thank you enough for coming on for us today. We really appreciate you taking your time for us. And we've been big fans of yours for a while, and we're obviously going to continue to be fans and cheer you on for the rest of your career. Yeah,
thanks for coming. And yeah, like he's saying, we're going to keep our eye on you the rest of the way.